Welcome back, everybody. Hello, I'm the Dependent Fanatic, and today is my Week 6 power ranking. Get out of here, bug. The Lions are on Monday night, tomorrow night, and hopefully they can continue to go 3-1. The Tigers made the playoff, so hopefully they can continue on their run. And there was a video I watched here on YouTube that was amazing of breaking down the pitching and how we don't have any starters, but we're still dominant. So that was good, but I wish I could remember what that was, so you can go watch it. Just pitching anomalies, I guess, in YouTube. Anyway, Michigan survived in football, but more other sports are going on as well right now. So we'll get to that. And basketball is about to be coming. But right now, you guys don't care about any of that. You want to know who I think are the best teams in the nation. That's why you clicked on the channel. And here we go. I'm going to give you the resume ranking as well as we go along here. What I think the team is and what the resume ranking thought the team was, similar to Josh Pate, who has his invisible ranking to all of you. At least I show you mine, and you can go look at that. It's posted up in the card right here. So I always do the resume ranking, look through the teams, highlights if I didn't watch the games, and then come up with a top 10. Here we go. Last week, I had 6 teams in the top 6, and they remain the same. So there's not much difference or variance here, but I'll tell you who dropped out of my top 10 from last week, and that was, and maybe prematurely as well, but that was Ole Miss and Utah. Both took an L. I had to drop them out. Per resume ranking, both are unranked as well, meaning they don't have any good wins to support their cause. So, and I go number 12 to number 1, and then I'll give you my G5 representative, which means this week, one of these teams is going to get left out for a G5 because the G5 teams are not quite ranked top 12 yet. Anyway, number 12 is Kansas State, hanging on by a thread. Who do I put there? Do I put Michigan there? No, I can't do that. Do I put Indiana there? Undefeated team with really only one good win at home. No, I can't do that. It's Kansas State. And then it's number 11 is the team that beat them, BYU. So Kansas State has wins at Tulane, Arizona, and Oklahoma State at home. Their losses at BYU. The resume ranking has them at number 12. So I'm just going to keep them right there at number 12. And then BYU is number 11. Both of these teams were unranked in my last ranking. They replace Ole Miss and Utah. Miami, Florida is 5-0, but their only good win is at Florida, who is a 2-loss team. They are number 29 in the resume ranking this week. They play at Cal coming up. Last week I had them at number 9. They had that horrible performance versus Virginia Tech, and I dropped them one spot in this ranking. Number 9 is Missouri. I moved them up one spot in this ranking. I think they had a bye, but they're 4-0, and they have good wins versus Buffalo, Boston College, and Vanderbilt. They are actually number 4 in the resume ranking, so I have them low according to what they've done to this point. But they are at Texas A&M this upcoming week, so we shall see if they can stay in this top 10. Number 8 is Iowa State, up 4 spots from number 12 from last week. after they beat Arkansas State. Not only beat them, shut them out. Did better than Michigan could do versus them. They won at Iowa as well. So, and they're number 8 in the resume ranking, right where I have them ranked here in my power ranking. Baylor at home is next. They should win that game. Number 7, the last team that has changed on my ranking from last week, is Penn State. They moved up one spot. They are 4-0. West Virginia is now a good win, on the road especially. And Illinois at home last night was a damn good win as well. They're a good team. Resume ranking has at number 7, so I have them one lower than the resume ranking does. But they have UCLA at home coming up. They should obliterate them. Indiana did. Oregon did. And that is the next team on the list, Oregon. They are number 6 in my power ranking. Same as last week. All these top 6 teams are the same as last week. Oregon has 4-0, and they have beaten Boise State and Oregon State. Boise State just took down Washington State, so that's a good win for them. There's others for them. Go look at the resume ranking, but they won at Oregon State as well. They are number 9 in the resume ranking, so I have them 3 spots higher than the resume ranking. They have Michigan State at home this week, who Ohio State just blew out at their house. They softened them up for you. So I think win there for Oregon. And then number 5 is Tennessee, same from last week. 4-0. NC State is a good win at home now, and at Oklahoma, of course, is a good win after they took down Auburn. Number 6 is Tennessee in the resume ranking, so one spot. I have them one spot higher than that. And Arkansas, at Arkansas, they will be playing this week. Now, the top 4. Ohio State is number 4, 4-0. Marshall, all of a sudden, it seems like it's not a good win, but per the structure I have to include it. I included everyone else's bad 2-loss teams. So, Ohio State, and even the resume ranking, they beat Michigan State on the road, whipped their ass as well. Even the resume ranking agrees with me. They're number 5 now in the resume ranking. I have them at number 4 in my power ranking. They have Iowa at home. Number 3, Texas. The 2 SEC teams that played an epic clash last night are 1 and 2 for me still in my power ranking, my personal ranking. But the resume ranking has Texas at number 1. They are 5-0. They beat Colorado State at home. They won at Michigan, blew them out, and they beat ULM, another 2-loss or 1-loss team. So they are actually number 1 in the resume ranking, but number 3 right now for me. I know Michigan fans think I'm crazy. You just put them at number 1. They beat us. No, that's not how it works. There's no bias in the resume ranking. There is right here. And I just can't put them at number 1. They haven't played a Georgia or an Alabama. Like Michigan did last year. I hate to say it, but Michigan has slipped a bit. So the SEC, and Texas is in the SEC now, but I still need to see them beat one of the originals to prove that they belong at number 1. I have them at number 3 still. Arch Manning has been playing lights out after Ewers went down. That's a luxury that I would, I'd take either one of them at quarterback at Michigan. But they're number 3 right now. And then Georgia is number 2, obviously, because they lost that game. But damn, they put up a fight. 28-0 early. And then they came back and took a lead in that game. The commentator was saying, no FBS team has come back in the fourth quarter from this deficit, or in the second half from that deficit, and they did. But then Williams for Alabama is just an amazing freshman. That's why you want the highest 5-star freshman, Michigan. Um, Went and scored 13 seconds later. Game over. So, but Georgia has beaten Clemson in a neutral site and then at Kentucky. And Clemson is looking a lot better than they did during that game where Georgia manhandled them. And at Kentucky, Kentucky's looking a lot better than they did when they had the loss to who was their loss before Georgia? I'm forgetting, but they're looking better now. They've taken down Ole Miss. They took down Ole Miss this week. So Georgia's number 2 for me. Their only loss is at Alabama in a thriller. The resume ranking has them all the way down at number 17. Their next opponent is Auburn. And then number 1, Alabama. They're 4-0. Beat Georgia. They beat Western Kentucky, who is a good win so far still. At Wisconsin, they went in there and drubbed them, who they are a good win still, even though USC just beat them as well at home. And then Georgia is their 3rd great win. They are number 2 in the resume ranking behind Texas. So there you go. My top teams. Jalen Milroe is a beast. He just proved it. He is what I hope Orgy could turn into. Hope. Hope was the key word. Guy that runs around but can sling it and is a beast. And that's what Alabama has right now. Kalen DeBoer stepped into a great position there at Alabama. Someone's got to take him down. I was rooting for Georgia. Listen, Alabama needs to be slowed down by somebody. Michigan, we did our part last year. We did our part. So, and Georgia didn't. And Georgia just didn't do it. But they're still the 2 best teams in the nation. Texas is number 3. Ohio State, until further notice, is number 4. Tennessee, number 5. Oregon, 6. Penn State, number 7. Iowa State is number 8. Missouri, number 9. I think Iowa State would beat Missouri. I think Missouri would beat BYU at number 11. And then number 12 is Kansas State. Now, who is the group of 5 team that is going to take a spot away from Kansas State? That's Boise State. I think Boise State is the G5 representative that has the highest ranked conference championship. And they're 3-1 right now, but they have good wins at Georgia Southern and Washington State at home. Their only loss is at Oregon, who is a playoff team as of right now. The resume ranking has them as the highest ranked group of 5 teams so far at number 21. So they will steal a spot from one of these teams, and they play Utah State at home coming up. Notre Dame is still out there floating around. But that NIU loss, that's going to be hard to overcome. So there you go. As of right now, that's your playoff. We'll see coming up in the weeks to come. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night out there. Remember to like the video, share, subscribe with other people, and go blue. Go Lions tomorrow.